dear guests, Mr. Ambassador, film director Leena, Yadav, a warm welcome to this opening of the Indian Film Festival here in the Cinematheque. What an excellent beginning we had just before with the dance performance downstairs. My name is Jakob Bull Vestergaard. I'm Deputy Managing Director here at the Danish Film Institute. India was one of the first countries in the world to have a female Prime Minister, and its film industry has for a long time honored its female stars, as also reflected in the title of our film festival, India's Living Goddesses. But it's only in the recent years that the position of women in Indian mainstream cinema has become less one-dimensional, both on the screen and in the industry as such. The films we have in our program testifies to this development. Many female characters are trying to break the hidden walls of being women in a male-dominated industry. This is very much a discussion we recognize here in Denmark. The film that you're about to see today, Parched, has been presented at many film festivals and has won one of the main prizes at the Stockholm Film Festival. It follows 4 women in a small town of Gujarat and is a sharp and touching portrait of gender inequality. The film is directed by Leena, Yadav, who is present here today with us. It's a great pleasure for me to welcome you here in the Cinematheque. The Cinematheque has presented quite a few Indian film seasons in the past, but this is the first time that we have joined forces with the Indian Embassy. So I would especially like to thank Mr. Ambassador Rajiv Shahara and Mr. Ashok Pulur for your excellent collaboration. I also wish to thank Air India and Tourism India for supporting this festival. Finally, I'm very happy to say that 3 of the Indian films will be screened not only here in Copenhagen, but also in Aarhus in the cinema Øst for Paradis. I will now give the floor to Mr. Ambassador Rajiv Shahara.
Mr. Jakob, Deputy Managing Director of the Danish Film Institute, the renowned director, Ms. Leena Yadav, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. It gives me immense pleasure to welcome you all today to this film festival. It's a very unique event that we have put together, and for that I would really like to thank the Danish Film Institute. We had started the whole concept with them, and I must say that they were the ones who carried forward the entire concept to its logical conclusion. Many, many thanks for partnering us in this wonderful venture. It is not really a mere coincidence that we have chosen the theme of women in Indian films. It coincides our 70th Independence Day anniversary. It also coincides with the UN Sustainable Development Goals on gender equalization, gender equality and gender equity. I think these are 2 major things which really brings to the fore both in the Indian context as well as the global context. And therefore, I think this festival would be indeed very meaningful when we look at gender issues and women in the overall context. We have also brought into discussion goddesses of India. And if you see the Indian pantheon of gods and goddesses, you'll see that the women, the goddesses, have a very strong prime position. The goddess of power is Shakti, is Durga. The goddess of wealth is Lakshmi. The goddess of knowledge is Saraswati. So I don't think the gods have that much of power in the Indian pantheon. Hence, it is quite natural within the Indian context to put the woman on a pedestal. But somewhere we lost the script down the line. We lost the script, and we saw that things were not really working out that in terms of gender parity and giving that kind of station and status to women in Indian society. However, now in the recent context, you find this resurgence of women's movement. The NGOs have come forward. There's a whole lot of legislation which is very much women-focused, women-bound. And there are people like Leena Yadav who really brought to the fore the entire discussion, the discourse, and the changing narrative is because of the people like Leena Yadav. And I think we must commend the director for bringing out such forceful films that make people sit up and think and change your mindsets and your stereotypes and break the shackles and start thinking anew. I certainly do not want to take much time. And once again, I would like to thank Leena Yadav for coming here and being with us during the presentation of the film, and also for bringing in such lovely weather from India. Thank you so much for that. And please, with a lot of applause, welcome Leena Yadav. She would like to introduce the film. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for coming out to see the film. Parched is a very, very special film for me specifically, and I think I've worked with some of the best talent in front of and behind the camera on this film. It's been an extremely transformative film for all of us who worked on it, and I really hope it speaks to you. I wouldn't like to speak much now. Why don't you watch the film and then we'll talk. Thank you.